we're jumping over to the bunny, Warner Brothers Discovery, who also had massive presentations. Warner Brothers Discovery presented a slew of trailers and announcements at the mega event. The first trailer of the upcoming film, The Flash, was released, as you guys know, during this year's Super Bowl. And building on that excitement, a brand new trailer for Cinemacon, which was also released online, if you guys didn't see it, showed even more details of the film. Now, the entire film was actually screened at the event later on in the day for the attendees. In this new trailer, if you haven't seen it, nearly all of the main characters are seen in it. Ezra Miller plays two versions of Barry Allen in different realities, while Ben Affleck appears as Batman in his own reality. Michael Keaton returns as the Dark Knight in an alternate reality in the story. Sasha Calle's Supergirl and Michael Shannon's General Zod are also seen much more in detail in this second trailer than they were in the first one. Now, this one hits screens June 16th. It's literally right around the corner. Not a single bad thing has been said about this film yet.
Literally.
Not a single bad. Everybody, even people who hate Ezra Miller, love it and love their performance. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this thing does.
Yeah, we did a Twitter poll, and it was very divided. Everything, I mean, overall, people would say they were going to see it no matter what, but it was very close to where people were saying, no, we're not going to see it, or we're going to just wait till it hits max. So, I mean, it's very interesting. Yeah, man, it makes me so sad that I have mixed feelings about it.
Exactly.
Right? Like it, because I am excited for the film, but I'm not excited who is frontlining the film. Can we just call it Batman featuring the Flash? Like, then I would feel better about going.
Well, and we've talked about this. Warner Brothers, to their credit, is doing, and I don't think this was Zaslav because he's a fucking idiot. You guys know my opinion on that. But somebody there, Alan Bergman, maybe, who's consulting now since he left Disney, I think that they are brilliantly pushing Keaton to the front of the line. And all of the marketing, if you guys have noticed, even in this newest trailer, it was Keaton doing the voiceover and it was Keaton telling the story. They're brilliantly using Keaton's Batman as the focal point and not the Flash.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working well. So let that keep going. And I meant Alan Horn, not Alan Bergman. Don't come at me. He's still at Disney. Horn over there. But I think that's a smart move because people like myself, my age, they're all in on Keaton's Batman. In this trailer, he delivered yet another classic line from the 89 film. He did, I'm Batman from the first one. This time he's like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Everybody's going crazy over it. They're super excited to see him. And what I think this is really brilliant about, people are talking about Batman Beyond and egging on James Gunn to go there with Keaton as the old Batman and to do. I think that's a brilliant move and that's a strong possibility and they should be paying attention to that. That's all I'm saying.
You guys know we've been pushing this for a while. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Though there was reportedly nothing that added to the already released trailer of the Blue Beetle, there was new footage that had more of the villain Carapax. Now, in case you missed it, the new trailer shows what fans have already seen, which of course is Blue Beetle, Jamie Rhea, getting his hands on the alien object that looks like a mystical scarab, which turns him into the superhero. Blue Beetle is the first film from either DCU or the Marvel Cinematic Universe to have a Latin superhero. Now, Meridina, who plays Blue Beetle, was joined on stage by Puerto Rican director Angel Manuel Soto as they talked about the film, which they're very excited about. And the film is set to be released in the fall, August 8th. So stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one, but I wasn't overwhelmed by the trailer.
Yeah, it was very mid.
Yeah.
It was very mid.
Yeah, so I'm kind of mixed on this one. We'll have to wait and see. James Wan and Jason Momoa addressed the event via video and presented the first trailer and extended look at the upcoming Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. The footage shows lots of fisticuffs with Black Manta, serious speeches by Aquaman, who apparently has a new baby, and the Black Trident enemy, who has a lot of power. The trailer begins with Aquaman back near his lighthouse home, contemplating life with Tamora Morrison's Tom Curry. But there's still a lot of drama and chaos under the water as Aquaman battles a huge submarine beneath and foes on the beach. The film is among the highly anticipated movies of 2023.
Yeah.
One of the major reasons is because it's set to be the last film in the DCU before the transition to the new DCU, headed by James Gunn. Now, Jason Momoa reprises his role, obviously, as Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman. Returning cast members also include Patrick Wilson as Orm Marius, Yaul Abdul Mateen II as David Kane / Black Manta, Tamura Morrison as Tom Curry, Nicole Kidman as Atlanta, Amber Heard, which we're still like, that was controversy as well. She's back as Mira, and Randall Park as Dr. Stephen Shin. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom will be released on December 20th.
Very exciting. I feel like they are the marketing thing. They are the marketing team. The actors are. I don't think Warner Brothers is going to push this thing at all.
Yeah, according to Momoa, they didn't even pay attention to his treatment.
Exactly. Like it was like a 50-page treatment, and they like barely took anything from it, which really sucks, man. It really sucks because he's a great guy and he's a great character. So yeah, man, I just really feel like they're not even really caring about this film.
Although I did see Peter Safran say that he's excited to work with Momoa for years to come in the DCU. And what was really interesting at the end of his statement, he said, and he hopes that that's in the world of Aquaman. So maybe those rumors of him playing Lobo are not true. Maybe they're going to revamp Aquaman. That would be interesting.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Well, director Denis Villeneuve has joined the A-list cast stars Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, for a release of their new trailer for Dune Part 2. Now, the sequel to Dune, remember that was in 2021, the original. Reports say that the trailer, which has not been released online following the unveiling, shows Chalamet's Paul Arquette and Zendaya's Shani sitting on the dunes. Florence Pugh's Princess Orlana and Austin Butler's Fade Urutha Harukin are also seen in the trailer, which ends with Paul in a sandstorm. Now, Dennis, the director, said, quote, Part 1 is more of a contemplative movie. Part 2 is an action-packed epic war movie, and it is much more dense, and we all get to see new locations, which is very exciting. The film is slated to be released on November 3rd. So that'll be interesting.
And Zendaya also poked in and said, and I'm in it far more.
That's
because
good.
remember, that was the thing in the first one. Yeah. They used her throughout the whole marketing thing, and everybody was going to see it, and she was barely in it. So she's in this one full on, guys. Don't worry. But that wasn't it for Timothy Chalamet. He also presented the first trailer for Wonka. Chalamet, of course, plays the titular character of Willy Wonka in the upcoming film. The story follows a young Willy before he opens his elusive chocolate factory. The extended trailer finds Wonka confronting a dangerous chocolate cartel and dealing with an Oompa Loompa played by none other than Hugh Grant. Now, among the other actors in the film are Olivia Colman, Keegan-Michael Key, Sally Hawkins, Matt Lucas, Rowan Atkinson, Natasha Rothwell, Rufus Jones, and Simon Farnaby. Wonka will see a theatrical release December 15th. So there you go.
That is very exciting. He is my Tom Cruise to what Tom Cruise is to you. Like, I like things that he's in, but I don't like him as a person. Well, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling joined director Greta Gerwig for an extended trailer release for Barbie. Now, Robbie and Gosling were talking about their social media like trend that was the hot pink outfits that was going everywhere. Of course, they were also wearing that as well. Robbie wore the Prada with accessories from Louis Vuitton and Chanel. Now, in the never before seen footage, which played enthusiastically to the room of theater owners, Barbie is living the good life. That is until more than a few unusual phenomena like cold showers, burnt waffles, funky haircuts, weird smelling basements start to rattle the inhabitants of Barbie Land. Now, Barbie and friends are particularly scandalized as the doll's perfectly arched heels transform into flat feet. The horror, oh my God. She goes on a journey to visit Weird Barbie, played by Kate McKinnon. That's hilarious. Who offers her voice between high heels and Birkenstocks. Then she is set to tune of Closer to Find by Indigo Girls. Barbie ventures off into the real world. She's surprised by Ken, who pops up in the trunk of her convertible with the roller skates. Of course, his roller skates. Why wouldn't he not be wearing those? I literally never go anywhere without them, he says. Simu Liu Kate McKinnon, Issa Rae, Hari Neff, John Cena, Dua Lipa are among those who played the various versions of Barbie and Ken in this movie. Now, the film is set to be released in theaters on July 21st. It definitely does seem like a summer blockbuster. I'm very curious to see how this one's going to do because a lot of people are actually excited about it, and that trend, that like social media thing that went around, like
Yeah.
that made it popular. But then it's just, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm totally mixed bag on this one. I kind of want to see it, and then I kind of don't. I just don't know. I do know though that this footage also kind of hinted that John Cena's Ken and Dua Lipa's Mermaid Barbie potentially in a relationship. So
Oh,
that will be hilarious
yeah.
if that is true. Oprah Winfrey, yes, Oprah, come on our show. You know her, we love her. She was appearing with director Blitz Bazwuli and showed the first footage ever screened from The Color Purple, a rousing and lush production that particularly showcased femme fatale Taraji P. Henson. The film will open this coming Christmas Day and boasts serious musical and Hollywood star power. American Idol winner Fantasia Barrino will reprise the role of Celie, which she originated in the musical, which, if you guys don't know, Color Purple became a musical and went on Broadway, which the show was produced by Oprah Winfrey, Quincy Jones, and Scott Sanders. Now, Danielle Brooks will return as Sophia, a role she originated in the Broadway musical, which was recognized with a Tony nomination. Winfrey, if you don't remember herself, was part of Steven Spielberg's directed 1985 film adaptation of the movie, The Color Purple. This time, she's a producer on this film, the musical. So it makes sense. I mean, she's been heavily involved since the get-go. So
It really does, man. It really does. Well, another mega trailer and slash footage release of The Nun 2. The direct to sequel to acclaimed horror movie The Nun back in 2018, which is set in the Conjuring universe. The video, not released online though, so don't go looking for it, offered the first look at the upcoming Conjuring universe sequel, including the return of such characters as Thaisa Firmer's sister Irene and introducing Storm Reed's unnamed character. According to reports, the trailer shows a young girl in Romania sent to clean a church, only to be bullied by a bunch of girls attempting to scare her by forcing her to stare at a stained glass window. After leaving her alone in the dark, she sees the nun emerge behind her,
Ooh.
but her attempt to escape the church fails as the mean girls have locked her the fuck in. Now, the footage then shifts into the trailer, which reveals the plot about the new wave of killings taking place at the Vatican. Believe the title demon to be responsible. Now, as the such send the newly formed ordained nun sister Irene to face her once again. Now, the Nun 2 footage highlights far more stylish production design than the first one, potentially indicating a bigger budget than the first one. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, I love this universe, The Conjuring and everything in it. I've loved all the movies, so I'm excited for this one. Now, I'm super excited about this one. You heard me talk about 1989 Keaton's Batman. I love Michael Keaton. He's always been one of my favorites. Well, you know another little movie that came out right around that same time? It was one called Beetlejuice. Well, one of the biggest news at Cinemacon 2023 was Warner Brothers' official confirmation. It's happening, y'all. A sequel to Burton's acclaimed 1988 film Beetlejuice is in development. Reports say that a logo of Beetlejuice 2 was also revealed at the event. Now, no other details were shared, but the announcement ended all the rumors. There you have it. It is indeed happening. It is in development. It's going forward. We're going to get Beetlejuice 2.
Now we're fucked because you said it 3 times, then you said it 4 times, and now like he's coming. The walls
I
are
want
shifting.
him to come. Come on.
It's so wild, man. It's so wild.